I will ask you all to please stand up or find your places and please stand up as we start the procession.
honored guests, members of the Board of Trustees, Foundation directors, faculty, staff, students, ladies and gentlemen, the investiture of Dr. Susan D. Looney, the 6th President of Reading Area Community College, is hereby convened. I ask that everyone remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, performed by the Berks Youth Chorus. Please be seated. Thank you to the members of the Berks Youth Chorus. I see a couple ravens here. Thank you again. Good afternoon and welcome to Reading Area Community College and the Miller Center for the Arts. We are delighted that you were able to join us today for the inauguration of Dr. Susan D. Looney, RAC's 6th President. Today's ceremony concludes several days of campus and community-wide inaugural celebrations and events. We are fortunate to have with us today every living RAC president. And that is an achievement. I think that says a lot about this college, that every living RAC president is here in attendance today to give the honor to Dr. Looney to join our inauguration. We'll start by Dr. Byron Leinheimer, Jr., RAC's founding president. Please join me in recognizing him. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce President Emeritus Dr. Gus Zogas, RAC's 3rd president. We're also joined by President Emeritus Dr. Richard Kratz, RAC's 4th president. And our newest retiree is President Emeriti, Dr. Anna T. Weiss, who retired as RAC's 5th president this past year. Representatives from throughout the RAC community are here today including members of the Board of Trustees, Trustees Emeriti, members of the Board of Foundation for RAC, faculty, staff, students, and retirees. Would the members of RAC's Board of Trustees, as well as Trustee Emeriti, please stand and be recognized? Would the members in attendance of the Foundation Board of RAC please stand and be recognized? And they're an important group of people. They manage our money, and they make sure that we have enough money to give scholarships so students can come to RAC and get an education, play an important role here at RAC. As you can see in the program, a number of representatives from our local colleges and universities, school districts, and career and technology centers have honored us with their presence today. Please stand and be recognized. I would like to acknowledge our international students and thank them for processing with their flags of their countries. And if you have not been to one of our international luncheons that's hosted here at RAC, please put it on your calendar. It's one of the most exciting events you could possibly come to. In watching our students process across the stage in their native costumes or native attire, and also enjoying the food from their countries. So put it on your calendar in the upcoming year. We are fortunate to be joined today by a number of RAC alumni, including those who marched in today's procession, wearing sashes signifying their class year. I invite every RAC graduate present, whether you participated in the procession or not, to stand and be recognized. We are proud of you. You will be introduced to today's speakers shortly. Before we continue the program, I would like to acknowledge a number of special guests both on stage and in the audience. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Berks County Commissioner Kevin Barnhart, Elizabeth Bolden, President and CEO of the Pennsylvania Commission for Community Colleges, and the Honorable Wally Scott, Mayor of the City of Reading. Finally, we're joined today by members of Dr. Looney's family, as well as her personal friends. I would like to ask Dr. Looney's mother, Joanne Looney King, her husband, James King Jr., Dr. Looney's father, Ralph Vitale, his wife, Pam, Dr. Looney's sister, Heather Vitale, and her sons, Wyatt and Trey, to stand together at this time for recognition. Inaugurations are steeped in history. Certain portions of the ceremony, the academic regalia, the mace, and the presidential medallion have roots that are quite literally centuries old. More important than the imagery is the significance. With the administration of the oath of office, the president will don the presidential medallion and receive, on behalf of the faculty, the college mace, officially signifying her acceptance of the office and her commitment to be a faithful steward of the college. Reminds us both of the weight and the enormous potential of the college presidency. In the life of any college, this day is a major milestone. Today's speakers were selected for their ability to bring dimension and meaning to this very special day. We begin with the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, represented today by our own Senator Judy Schwenk. A former Berks County Commissioner, Senator Schwenk has served in the Pennsylvania Senate since 2011. She serves on the Board of Governors of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. She is an enthusiastic supporter of RAC and our students, and we are honored that she is here joining us today to offer comments. Senator Schwenk.
Thank you, Guido. What a glorious day, huh? Most certainly. It would be even better if I got the right paper out of my purse. Good afternoon. It really is truly a great day. So pleased and honored to be here and to be here to congratulate Susan personally. I look forward, Dr. Looney, to a long and important relationship as we go forward and see many, many years of success in your future. And I've known Dr. Looney for a few years now, and I've very much enjoyed getting to know her and learning about her journey to RAC. It's really quite an impressive and inspiring story. I won't be able to do it justice, but the gist is that at 16 years old, Dr. Looney decided to drop out of high school and pursue a career as a professional harness horse racer. That's agriculture, by the way. And she was good at it, too. She broke molds and records as a young racer. You've heard this story before, but every time I think about it, it impresses me more. But 4 years later into this life, she had an accident that made her reevaluate things. And what happened between that accident and now is what brings us together for this great day. Dr. Looney is the perfect person to lead this campus because she probably understands its students better than anyone else could. Dr. Looney began her collegiate career on a community college campus. She was someone who didn't feel right in a school setting, but she pushed past that and attended her first day at Brookdale Community College anyway. Her 2 years there sparked an interest in lifelong learning. So she then enrolled in a 4-year institution. That's something that happens here frequently, isn't it? The school is built for it. RAC is built for this model. Students do 2 years and then move on to a 4-year bachelor's degree programs seamlessly and successfully. RAC provides students with the academic tools they need to succeed in a 4-year degree and beyond, and saves them a lot of money along the way. Even I, as a member of the Board of Governors of PASHE, often encourage students who are looking at one of our 14 universities, think about 2 years at RAC, particularly if you're looking at the finances. It could be very important. Dr. Looney has already shown us that she's ready for this job. As soon as she was named president, she started a listening tour to get a better idea of what RAC needs. I can only applaud these efforts, and I'm sure that RAC will not only meet the needs of students, but of the Commonwealth as well. In today's economy, millions of jobs go unfilled as a result of skills, training, and education gaps, not to mention retiring baby boomers, right? In Pennsylvania, the low number of new workers attempting to enter industrial jobs, coupled with the growth in advanced manufacturing, has left a staggering gap of available skilled workers. In addition, there are so many jobs available in today's economy that require more than a high school diploma, but less than a bachelor's degree. RAC meets the needs of employers and our economy through workforce development, customized training for business and industry, training in advanced manufacturing and technology and training, and all of you here know all of these things, and other high-demand fields. I'm excited, and I know you are too, to see where RAC will go with Dr. Looney at its helm. This community college needs a leader who cares and a leader who will elevate the good that is already happening on campus. Dr. Susan Looney is that person. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Schwank. RAC is proud to have the County of Berks as our longtime sponsor. He's really the most important person on the stage today, because as some of you in the community college environment know, having a sponsor is very important, and we have a great relationship with the County of Berks, and they've been a strong supporter over the years. With each of our accomplishments and milestones, the county has been a constant and enthusiastic partner. We're fortunate to benefit from their encouragement and advocacy. It's now my pleasure to introduce Christian Y. Leinbach, Chair of the Berks County Commissioners, who will offer comments on behalf of the County of Berks.
Dr. Looney, family, friends, RAC Board of Trustees, RAC Foundation members, RAC graduates, presidents of our 4 other colleges, it is a privilege to be here today to represent the County of Berks, the sponsor of the Reading Area Community College. The Reading Area Community College is unique among the 5 colleges and universities, not in that it is better, but that it serves a unique role as an institution that is able to respond quickly to needs in the community, whether they're needs in our social service area or in the business community. And today, Dr. Susan Looney becomes the 6th president of the Reading Area Community College. I'm proud of the relationship we've had over the last few years, and as you know, I was thrilled that we are in a college that isn't afraid to hire from within. And when compared to all of the candidates that were out there, Reading Area Community College settled on you. I'm also proud of your story. There are very few people in life who in their high school years establish a straight line and actually stay on that straight line throughout their career. Dr. Looney, of course, was no exception, and that has been alluded to by Senator Schwank. She thought that straight line was going to be in the horse racing industry. But then a challenge, a turn, a curve came into her life at 20 years old. And that straight line wasn't straight any longer. After that, she went on to college, community college, then on to a 4-year degree. And then she began her journey at a number of community colleges, hopefully ending here at the Reading Area Community College. For many people, I've learned in life the past is prologue. And I think one of the strengths that we can look for from Dr. Looney is life hasn't been a straight line. I don't know what the next curve will be. I don't know what the next challenge will be. But I do know that we have in Dr. Looney an individual that understands that those curves, those challenges come with life. And that when we make the best of those challenges and opportunities, we can make the best of the situation in which we are placed. I'm proud to stand here today and realize that in a small part, I and the County of Berks will be on that journey with you. And we are proud of what you've done, and we look forward to your future. God bless you.
Thank you, Commissioner Leinbach. The mission of the Foundation for Reading Area Community College is to augment and enhance the college's ability to offer affordable, quality educational opportunities to the community. Through the work of our foundation, the college is able to innovate, seize opportunities, and encourage student success. I am pleased to introduce the chair of the foundation's board of directors, Nora Sabatka.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nora Sabatka, chair of the foundation board. I get the privilege today of congratulating Dr. Susan Looney, who will be the 6th president of the Reading Area Community College. I also had the pleasure of having one of Dr. Susan Looney's listening meetings. And I've learned a lot about her at that meeting. We are, on the foundation board, are extremely committed to the college and to the students. We are committed to Dr. Susan Looney in her journey as the 6th president of the college. We believe in the students. We are a fundraising organization, And as many of you can imagine, Dr. Susan Looney has been extremely involved already with the foundation. We look forward to her rolling out her strategic plan for the college. As a foundation, we look forward to supporting that strategic plan and to work hard for the future success of our students and RAC. Congratulations, Dr.
Thank you, Nora. For our students, no one has more impact on their college experience than our faculty. You might recall seeing our next speaker, Dr. Sandra Kern, carrying the college mace during the processional. This is an honor accorded to the longest-serving faculty member. Dr. Kern teaches in the business division at RAC and has been a member of the faculty for 35 years. Dr. Kern.
As I approach my 40th year at RAC, it is a great pleasure to be here today to speak on behalf of our faculty. On behalf of the entire faculty at Reading Area Community College, I extend congratulations and best wishes to Dr. Looney on the occasion of her inauguration as RAC's 6th president. Dr. Looney, we look forward to working in partnership with you as we continue to strive for excellence in teaching. We share our commitment to education as well as our passion for community colleges. We look forward to joining you in the great work of educating, mentoring, and empowering students to meet their personal and academic goals. Congratulations again, Dr. Looney.
Thank you, Dr. Kern. RAC is very proud of our alumni. They're extremely successful, passionate at work, and enthusiastic in supporting the community. Speaking on behalf of our alumni is Dr. Robin Eckert, class of 1982, who I'm very proud to say is also Assistant Dean of the Social Sciences Human Services Division at RAC. Dr. Eckert.
Good afternoon, and congratulations, Dr. Looney. I am honored to represent the graduates of Reading Area Community College. I am a proud 1982 graduate. I am certain that I feel, as many alumni here today feel about RAC in regards to our experiences and our introductions to higher education. We, the alumni, as well as Dr. Looney, who are celebrating today as our sixth president, share in our stories about how community college experiences have transformed our lives. For me, like Dr. Looney, we were unsure of if college was where we belonged. My own story begins while I was still in high school. I had no plans for graduation or life after high school. I had been told for years, you are not college material. I just knew I didn't want to work in an underwear factory like my mom did. I was lucky to have a guidance counselor who knew I liked children. So he suggested I come to RAC and study child development. I had no idea what RAC was, and I had no idea what child development was. But I thought I'd give it a try. As a first-generation student, I had a lot to learn about college. My first term at RAC, as when I was a student, we were still in the term system, proved that I was underprepared academically for college. In addition to struggling academically, I was not overly interested in the classes I was taking that first term. I wanted to quit. The script of all the adults whose opinions mattered the most ran through my head. You are not college material. You are not college material. Fortunately for me, my mom reminded me that I was not a quitter, and she suggested that I hang in for one more term, which motivated me to continue in my first early childhood class. I loved it. I went to class. I went to field experience, but as I mentioned, I was not academically prepared. So I walk into class, and there's an exam, the first exam of the semester. I panicked. I think I didn't answer more than one question. And my professor, Dr. Judy Sherwood, saw that I was panicked and came to me and she said, "Go home, study." And she allowed me to take the test in another day. That one act of a caring faculty member is what saved me as a student. I probably would have not only withdrawn from my classes, withdrawn from the college, because after all, it was not college material. I am forever grateful to Dr. Judy Sherwood for giving me the second chance. After her class, I excelled in my early childhood education classes, and I began to develop the academic skills that I needed to be successful at the associate degree level, the bachelor's level, the master's degree level, and finally at the PhD level. I would not be standing here before you today without the foundation provided to me by Reading Area Community College. Here is where I was inspired to love the learning process. And I hope that as a professor and as an assistant dean, that I'm still able to help instill that love of learning to students every day. My experience parallels the 4 hallmarks of community colleges, and specifically RAC, that Dr. Looney has mentioned many times: affordability, accessibility, opportunity, and hope. As a first-generation college student who was always financially responsible for my education, RAC provided access to education that was also affordable. Accessing education at RAC led to an opportunity to complete and finish my degree, which led to my 36-year career as an educator here at this college I love so. The opportunities provided by RAC also led to the hope of a professional future that I never imagined possible as a first-generation college student who was not college material. Congratulations, Dr. Looney, and thank you on behalf of the RAC alumni for believing in students. Hashtag RAC proud.
We all remember our firsts, moments that chronicle our journey through life. While our new president has already experienced much in her professional career, I would argue that none of those experiences were as formative as that as being a teacher. How appropriate then to reach back and out to a former student of Dr. Looney's, Trudy Rich, who joins us today from the state of Nevada. You should know that Trudy was not just one of Dr. Looney's students, she was one of her first students. Trudy holds an Associate of Applied Science in Business with an emphasis in accounting from Mojave Community College in Kingman, Arizona, and currently owns her own accounting business. She has worked in a certified public accountant office and has taught entry-level accounting courses at Mojave Community College. She volunteers in her community through the American Cancer Society, United Way, and the Parent-Teacher Organization. Ms. Rich.
Thank you. I cannot begin to express how honored I am to be here at this momentous event. Thank you, Board Chair Guido Pacchini, the Inauguration Committee, honored guests, faculty, staff, and students for this opportunity to tell you about my dear friend, Dr. Looney. As we go about our everyday lives, we can't ever really know what the path our life will take is, who we will meet, nor the impact that they might have in our lives. 20 years ago, I was an introverted, stay-at-home mom of a small child. The only ambition that I had was to be a good wife and a mother, and I was afforded the opportunity to take a temporary position at a manufacturing company. I was intimidated by the thought of changing my comfortable situation, but little did I know that saying yes to that opportunity would change my life forever. My new job was in accounts payable, and I didn't know exactly what that would entail, but I was pleased to find out I wouldn't have to deal with the public. I enjoyed my new accounting role that offered me solitary work, and I soon discovered that accounting had structure, order, a process. I knew if I could understand that process of what I was doing rather than just following the appropriate steps to get to the end line, then I could do a better job. So I decided to take an accounting class at night at my local community college. The great Dr. Looney taught my first class in accounting, and because she believed in me, over the next several months, I gained a passion for accounting. She ignited in me such a passion for accounting that by the next semester, I was a full-time college student. Over the next 2.5 years, I worked closely with Dr. Looney. As a student, as her assistant, and as an officer of Phi Theta Kappa, I observed one constant code. The students always came first. She told us that we would only get out of college what we were willing to put into it, and because of this, she stressed communication. Whether she was grading papers or neck deep in her thesis on intellectual property, I cannot ever remember a time that she turned a student away. Her office door was always open. If there was something you were struggling to understand, she didn't give you the answer, but yet she directed you to ask yourselves the appropriate questions that led you to figure it out. Dr. Looney made you believe that you could do more with your life than you ever thought possible. She has always pushed her students to reach their true potential. In spite of my shyness, she constantly encouraged me to push past my fears and be the leader I was born to be. She's continued to be a great mentor in my personal and professional life as well. Although our lives has put 2,400 miles between us, she remained in my thoughts and close to my heart. When someone has the impact on your life that Dr. Looney has had in mine, they're always a part of you. Dr. Looney has always led by example. During the time I was her assistant, I witnessed her natural way of getting others involved in whatever project she was working on. Bridging the gap between students and administration, she has always believed that for a college to be the best that it can be, it takes staff, faculty, administration, and students communicating and working together toward a common goal. And I believe that you will find this a recurring theme here at Reading Area Community College. Today, after a 20-year friendship, I am still passionate about accounting, a career that allows me to be alone in a room with just my work and a calculator. The only additional passion I might add would be Journey on my stereo and a good glass of wine. So for me to stand before all of you and tell you about the impact that Dr. Looney has had on my life is a true testament to the importance of the teachers have a real relationship with their students. If it weren't for Dr. Looney's confidence in me and that first accounting class, and during the course of my educational and professional career, I wouldn't be the proud business owner that I am today. So thank you, Dr. Looney, for changing my life. You truly are the best.
Thank you, Trudy. Professional colleagues can become lifelong friends. The partnerships that make a higher education institution develop and deliver on its mission and purpose are very important. Speaking on behalf of Dr. Looney's former colleagues is Ms. Jan Clapp, retired Director of Development at Delaware County Community College. Jan?
Thank you to Board Chair Guido Pacchini, the Inauguration Committee, honored guests, faculty, staff, and students for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about my dear friend, Dr. Susan Looney, at her inauguration as president of Reading Area Community College. I will see you Monday morning at 8:30. Dr. Susan Looney convinced me to take a job that I had not even considered interviewing for when we first met in 2006. I tried to decline, respectfully, insistently, her generous offer of a job. Susan Looney does not take no for an answer. As I would soon learn and understand as a friend and colleague, that one of her greatest gifts is instilling confidence in others. She said I was perfect for the position. That Monday morning, I showed up to the campus to take on the new position she had offered me, Development Officer for Delaware Technical Community College, Terry Campus. That Monday morning was the start of a great friendship. After being on the job for about 2 months, Dr. Looney asked me to take over federal grants. I was just getting comfortable emailing. Susan had complete faith in my abilities. With a big smile, she said, "Jan, you would be an amazing grant writer." I learned to write federal grants in the tough world of grant writing. This example of becoming a grant writer with no prior grant writing experience demonstrates one of the many qualities that I cherish about Dr. Susan Looney. She was always there to support and encourage. She was a leader, not a boss. She had a very clear goal for us. We were going to put Delaware Tech on the map. I suspect that you have already heard her say she wants to put Reading Area Community College on the map. I have no doubt, with her leadership, it will happen. As a development officer, I worked closely with Susan. Together, we built strong relationships with business and industry, as well as community organizations. When Susan and I met with potential donors, I never thought for a minute that we would walk away empty-handed. We were a team. During our years, we raised over $1 million in scholarships and planned gifts. Susan created a culture of, I can, I will. At times, I was out of my comfort zone, but I had grown even that much more confident in my own abilities because she had confidence in me. I was lucky enough to work with one of my closest friends who also was my boss. Dr. Susan Looney brought out the best in me and encouraged me to reach for the stars. When Susan asked me to speak today, I was excited and honored. True to form, Susan, once again, has taken me out of my comfort zone and would not take no for an answer. Congratulations, Susan.
Thank you, Jen. Everyone at this college knows Dr. Looney is incredibly devoted to students. RAC is all about students, providing them with opportunity, supporting them in their studies, and encouraging them to achieve success is our reason for being. I am pleased to introduce Mark Edwards, a current RAC student, who will offer his thoughts and share why he is RAC proud before we officially inaugurate Dr. Looney. Mark?
Thank you, Mr. Pacini. All right. There we are. Greetings, my name is Mark Edwards. I am a social work student here at the Reading Area Community College and your student speaker for today. Mr. Pacini has already honored the past presidents and dignitaries of this great institution, but on behalf of the students of RAC, I'd like to pay honor to them once again. So if you could briefly give a round of applause for them. A little bit about me. I came to RAC during a transition in my life where my opportunity as a full-time minister was coming to a close. My failed marriage, coupled with ignorance and dysfunction, caused relationships between my family and I to disband and separate. At this dark and painful time, God told me to go back to school. So I applied to RAC, and doors began to open immediately. I was escorted compassionately with guidance and direction on courses to take through the academic advising department and the Advantage program. The expertise and experience of the professors and the generosity of the college students was very helpful as I made the transition to a non-traditional student. Unexpectedly, I had become homeless as my family and former associates found it inconvenient to support me any longer. In my stubbornness, because I made some mistakes too, God pushed me into the Hope Rescue mission so that my basic needs would be met. I abandoned my classes that fall to recuperate and get settled, thinking that I had blown the opportunity to go to college. Soon after, RAC associates began to call, urging me to commit to finish what I had started. I thought that my life had taken on another direction, but then God made a way for me to return to college to get the preparation that I needed to reach my destiny. When I think of the personification of a president, I think of Abraham Lincoln. Certainly, the reason for his popularity is important among many Americans. Incidentally, what's inspirational to me about him is his perseverance to press on and obtain his goals in the face of failures, setbacks, heartbreak, sickness, defeat, rejection, loss, and finally, reaching success. Accomplishing greatness simply to give back. These are the same qualities I believe embody the new president we are here to inaugurate this afternoon. Upon meeting her this year, Dr. Looney is kind, humble, personable, and congenial. A spiritual person, she can empathize and understand how disadvantaged students and how privileged students feel who have dealt with humiliation, neglect, or marginalization because of their own choices. If Dr. Looney is anything like her name, she is a warrior, a high-principled person, as one of her colleagues would put it. Dr. Looney is and was a courageous servant leader in lending herself to be subject to the needs of others, hinging on the bigger picture. I read the Reading Eagle front page article on her journey from when she was 16 years old to today's installation. Her resume speaks for itself. Just as we see the Penn Street Bridge being reconstructed and renovated to serve cars moving across and over the waters for yet another century, RAC must embrace the challenging times and prepare the land of college-bound students who exemplify and appreciate the privilege of a higher education through their civilized behavior. To meet the demands of today's professional workplace. American philosopher Alan Bloom said, "Education is the movement from darkness to light." The spiritual and philosophical search for truth should also be highly valued. As Dr. Looney takes the helm, she will lead our college in a renewed pilgrimage for honor and glory within our community. Thank you, Dr. Looney. Thank you.
Now you know why we do what we do every day here at RAC. Thank you, Mark, and all of the speakers. What a great prelude to the inaugural ceremony. I would like to ask Dr. Looney to join me at the podium. I also ask Dr. Sandra Kern, our Grand Marshal, to come to the podium bearing the mace. The mace is the symbol of the authority of the office of the President. Audience, please refrain from applauding until the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony, when Dr. Looney receives the actual presidential medallion and the mace, and I will introduce her as the 6th president of Reading Area Community College. Let the record show that Dr. Looney comes to this platform with the complete confidence and respect of the Board of Trustees. We have great admiration for the outstanding qualifications and the wealth of administrative skills she has brought to the position of President of Reading Area Community College. By the authority of the Reading Area Community College Board of Trustees, I ask you to raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Susan D. Looney,
I, Susan D. Looney,
do solemnly pledge
do solemnly pledge
to commit faithfully
to commit faithfully
my ideas and efforts
my ideas and efforts
to the goals of Reading Area Community College,
to the goals of Reading Area Community College,
that they may better serve
that they may better serve
the individual
the individual
and common educational endeavors
and common educational endeavors
of the citizens of the County of Berks
of the citizens of the County of Berks
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
I hereby present you with the mace, representative of the authority of the position of the President.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chairman Pacchini, and thanks to all of you. This is an almost overwhelming moment for me. As I look around and see so many friends, students, and colleagues from Reading Area Community College, Berks County, and so many educational institutions taking the time to celebrate with me, I am especially glad to have my family joining with me today. I feel blessed and humbled by your presence and your support. One does not arrive at such a place of honor alone. This amazing day is not about me, but is a tribute to all of you who've been a part of my life and who have encouraged me and given me confidence throughout my career. This day is a recognition of all of you who have brought me to this wonderful place. Everyone here, and those who are not, have brought me to this very exceptional place, Reading Area Community College, where the collective vision and commitment is to make a better life for our students. And through the efforts of trustees, administrators, faculty, and staff, to enrich our community through education with an unwavering belief in the capability of all individuals to meet personal goals and fulfill their dreams. This day is also a celebration of the legacy of the college's leadership over the 47 years of service to Berks County and the city of Reading. Literally, thousands of individuals have been touched by this institution and all that it means to our community. Those who have preceded me in the role of president have left an extraordinary legacy. It is my honor to build on their contributions to this institution. I would like to take the moment to acknowledge and recognize those leaders in attendance who have served as president of Reading Area Community College. Their legacy and leadership I warmly accept today. Dr. Reinhammer, Dr. Zogus, Dr. Kratz, and Dr. Weitz. It is also, at this time, my honor to announce that this past September, the Board of Trustees passed a resolution renaming 2 of our buildings on the Reading Area Community College campus after 2 President Emeriti. Schuylkill Hall will be renamed Kratz Hall after President Emerita Richard A. Kratz. Dr. Kratz served as president from 2003 to 2007. Penn Hall will be renamed Weitz Hall. Of course, in honor of President Emerita, Dr. Anna D. Weitz, who led the college for 11 years from 2007 until June 2018. This is in recognition of their dedication and service to the college, and I am privileged to make this announcement during my inaugural address. It is tradition in an inaugural address to offer insight to what drives a person to the role of leadership. In my case, the influence of members of my family, my mentors, my teachers, and certainly my competitive experience as a harness horse driver in my early life has shaped me as a leader. Of course, my firsthand experience as a community college student informs my leadership to this day. The confidence in me demonstrated by those community college faculty and staff who saw in a high school dropout a thirst for knowledge and learning has remained with me throughout my career. Those educators saw the leader and the learner when I did not. Because of their care and their concern for me as a student, I became a faculty member who believed in her students, especially when they could not see it for themselves. From my experiences as a faculty member and then as an administrator, evolved my hallmarks of leadership, which I will share with you momentarily. But first, I would like to talk about another important influence in my life. Perhaps many of you have read the wonderful little book, The 4 Agreements, by Don Miguel Ruiz, published in 1997. The book articulates 4 basic agreements one should have with oneself in order to have the freedom to achieve the highest level of personal fulfillment, regardless of one's professional or personal goals. The agreements resonated with me, and still today, I often refresh my views on life and my personal growth by going back and reconsidering the extent to which I am still practicing my agreements. The author derives his agreements from a metaphysical philosophy of ancient religious theories. However, the elements of his agreement can be found underpinning many ideals. His presentation is simple and offers clear directives to the individual. Agreement number 1, be impeccable with your word. Integrity is the benchmark for all good leaders. As I assume the role of president of Reading Area Community College, understand that my word is impeccable. There will be no empty promises. I pledge to be open and forthright in my expectations as well as my commitments. Clarity and communication are the foundations for trust. And sharing, even if the news is not always good, is a promise of this agreement. And when the news is great, you can be sure you will hear it from me loud and clear. Agreement number 2, don't take anything personally. When one is continuously in the public eye, it is sometimes hard to always fulfill this agreement. Not every decision is popular. Yet, if you follow agreement number 1, integrity and open communication, circumstances will occur when agreeing to disagree might be the very best outcome. In those cases, and in others where decisions might lead to criticism or disagreement, my agreement is to not allow that conflict to poison a relationship or inhibit future dialogue. One must accept different opinions as well as perspectives. Yet, differences must not inhibit decision-making. In fact, dialogue strengthens good decisions. Acknowledging different views without rancor or bitterness enables solutions and often leads to valuable compromise. Agreement number 3, don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and to express what you really want. Communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstanding. If one assumes the best or the worst without evidence, one will live in an unrealistic world. I make this agreement to seek information and facts rather than merely relying on interpretation or rumor. Opinion can be valuable, but must never be the final basis for effective decisions. Integrity in decision-making demands having a clear picture without speculation or assumptions. Agreement number 4, always do your best. This is such a simple and obvious agreement to have with oneself. Yet its fulfillment depends on always seeking a better way and never accepting half achievements or low targets. There can be no self-rationalization or excuses for underachievement of a goal. However, perhaps a target or outcome needs to be redefined. But to accomplish a necessary end, one needs to never accept less than one's best. My gold standard of personal measurement is always being able to say, we have always done our best, and being able to truly mean it. The 4 agreements are important principles for me as I assume this extraordinary responsibility as president. However, along with these personal agreements, I restate, as I often have, the 4 key hallmarks of a comprehensive community college. These hallmarks guide my leadership and will always be my reference for measuring RAC's commitment as a public institution committed to serving the city of Reading and Berks County. These hallmarks are access, opportunity, excellence, and hope. Access. Reading Area Community College will provide, through a variety of entry and enrollment options, an open door. We provide access to an education for all students. As an open access institution, students have the chance to fulfill their aspirations and educational goals. My passion and belief in the preservation of access is the cornerstone of my community college philosophy. We are the community's college. Opportunity. Once a student walks through our doors, we offer them the opportunity to change their life for the better. I believe that student success is not just a goal. It is a responsibility that dictates all of our actions. Whether as teacher, administrator, student services, or support personnel, all of us must work in harmony with a commitment to student success in order to ensure that a student has the opportunity to achieve their dreams. Excellence. Excellence in everything we do. Inherent in my philosophy is a commitment to quality and excellence. Unique to the community college is the opportunity to personalize learning and support services to address a student where he or she may be on the learning spectrum. Such personalization requires active and innovative strategies that are not simply generic, but are of the highest possible quality and academic integrity. Hope. The diverse and complex circumstances facing so many aspiring students include academic demands and challenges which sometimes can seem insurmountable. Yet the comprehensive community college has offered hope to so many who thought they could never pursue a higher education. Community colleges are the bedrock of the American dream. Leaders need to never forget who we are and why we do this. The community college mission ultimately offers hope to all persons. I will always work diligently to sustain and ultimately fulfill that hope for all students. Let me conclude my remarks by sharing my response to a question I was asked just a few weeks ago. What do I see here at Reading Area Community College 5 years from now? In my response, I thought that much of what could exist in 5 years is already here. Yet my thought is to take those assets and achievements and go even further. My response frames my vision for the institution and reflects what I value in the mission of the community college. I see students of all ages learning and succeeding in an environment providing numerous pathways to fulfilling their goals and devoted to their achievement. I see students warmly welcomed and encouraged in every way to achieve their dreams. I see an organization nimble and aggressive, working to respond to workforce needs and preparing students for whatever comes next in their lives. I see the continuation of supportive faculty, staff, and teams working to encourage and support student achievement and student success. I see administrators managing and leading, all with the common goal of making RAC an even better place. I see the citizen leaders, trustees, through the president, overseeing all of these efforts, insisting on quality and accountability as stewards of this great educational enterprise. I see a multicultural campus where values and beliefs are respected in the true spirit of American democracy. I see a continuous commitment to assessment and renewal, never satisfied with the status quo. This is an organization, a home, and a place where we continuously are seeking to improve on its greatness through people dedicated to professionalism, student success, and a strong, vibrant community. I see students who graduate and continue their education through one of our many articulation agreements with our four-year partners. I see students who graduate well-trained and ready to enter the workforce. I see us continuing to perform outstanding teaching in our classrooms and continuing to offer strong support services. And I see myself healthy, actively doing my 5 a.m. workouts, and feeling privileged and honored to be the steward of this great institution. I see myself insisting on excellence and leading with respect, determination, accountability, and focus. Finally, I see myself a proud citizen of this community, proud to be the president of Reading Area Community College. And of course, I see myself always being #RAC proud. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Coutinho. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Looney. I don't think any of us have been more excited about RAC's future in your hands. This concludes the inauguration ceremony. I would like to express my thanks and appreciation to the Inauguration Committee, especially to Mike Nagel, Sarah Hess, and Sandy Strauss for arranging not only this ceremony, but an entire week of inauguration events. Thanks as well to the faculty, staff, students for their assistance and support. We ask the audience to remain in your seats until the procession passes, at which point the ushers will direct you to the lobby. And please join us in the Schmidt Training and Technology Center for a post-ceremony reception celebrating Dr. Looney's inauguration. Thank you for all attending today.